Today on William's Adventures, so we wound up getting 3 deer recently, and I'm gonna start trying to tan the hides and see how that works out. I've never done it, and I want to try my hand at it. So here's what we got. We have the table I built. I got some putty knives, and the deer hides in there. It's only like 2 or 3 days, like 2 days since the deer was skinned. And my dad, kindly enough, put the hide in here. So my job is to take, sorry if you're vegetarian, I'm not. Yes, I want to tan it with the fur on there, or hair on there. Come on. Anyway, my job is to take all this off down to the actual hide itself. Yummy, right? Now, no, I did not hunt these. They were given to us by a neighbor. But we wound up getting 3 of them. So I have 3 chances to get it right. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You can see where the ribs were. The neck. So there should be the tail down here. White-tailed deer. It was a rather small one, but I'm not going to complain. So that's what I'm going to do. Put it on here. It's nice and flat. And start scraping it. Try to get what I can off of it. Give you an update. Warning. I'll give you a warning now. I'll put a disclaimer in the video, but this is very graphic to some people. I've already scraped off approximately half of it to see how it would work before I started this. I have a trowel that has rounded corners off of it. A masonry trowel. I've just been kind of scraping it, trying to take and get this muscle tissue off of it. I'm literally scraping it to the edge and just peeling it right off. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to do it. I honestly don't know. If you do, and I'm doing it correctly, please leave a comment down below. If not, let me know what I'm doing wrong. This way I can fix it on the next hide. I have 3 of them, so I'm pretty sure I should be able to get relatively good at this. But yeah, I'm scraping off the remaining muscle tissue, and the fat. If you like what you're seeing, please leave a comment. If you don't, or thumbs up, you know, like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going by everything I've been able to research. I even researched using the brains rather than what I bought to do brain tanning, but from what I found, that would make all the hair fall off, and I kind of want the deer hair still on here. At least on this one. Maybe I'll do it in the future. I don't know. There is a sinew layer on here that I don't know if I'm supposed to scrape under it, get under it, clean it. I don't know, because you can see right here. I have to assume so, and so I've been trying to take that off as well, so it's all down to this very clear or white coloring right there. And if this isn't your thing, just don't watch it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Yeah, it's a very thin membranous layer. I've been trying to take and pull off too. Yeah, but definitely, if you see me screwing something up, let me know so I can not screw it up in the future. And no, I did not hunt these. Well, like I said, these are from a neighbor. And something I always wanted to try my hand at, tanning a deer hide. Tap into my native roots. The reason it's so late is I was working on my cosplay armor this morning until we had to take Nicole to court for a court case, and so once that got over, we came home and I started in on this. Which was my plan from last night when I talked to Nicole. Apparently, once you get this hide as clean as you can, wow, that's a lot of geese. Crazy geese are headed north. This is very slippery or slick. Apparently, like I was saying, when you're done cleaning it, you're supposed to salt it, which I looked up before we even got them, and should have plenty of salt. This deer hide is very stretchy. I was cleaning part of it earlier. For some reason, I had a craving for bacon. Weird something. Yeah, this is all fat. That's why it's very slick, especially when it gets warm. It's not warm now, it's... There we go. Now just scraping this thin-ish layer of fat off.
Macy, leave that kitty alone.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you? Good boy.
Pretty damn good.
What you got there?
Deer hide.
Oh, nice.
Doing something I've never attempted to do before, which is tan it. So I have no idea what I'm doing.
You excited? Yeah, you been in your kennel all day?
Doesn't that just sound wonderful? Hopefully this goes better in my blacksmithing attempt at building a forge, which is still under construction. I'll just stop with it being winter and had some other things on my mind and things I'm wanting to do. But I do want to get my forge built. Well, the forge is built. It's getting the piping for it. Since I've decided to switch over to gas. 'Cause I think it would be a little bit better. So you can watch that hilariousness, I guess, on my other playlist. Which is blacksmithing. If you want to continue to follow or watch my cosplay, what I'm building, I've been working on it and I'm in the process of a video inside. So if you do cosplay or like what I'm building, go check it out. I do. I like what it's from. I like the lore. And if you're wondering what it is, it's Warhammer 40K by Games Workshop. So if you want to go see that craziness, I'm building a costume for that. Because yes, it is insanely big.
Well, probably neighbors probably think I'm nuts.
Oh,
Yummy. Wanna go watch a zombie movie? Z Nation. Walking Dead. Let's have some spaghetti. Fresh jerky? Wow, here's one for you. Here's the hole where the bullet went in. There's the hole where it went out. Yummy. Don't you just love that sound? Ugh, some of you are probably really grossed out by now. I'm no avid hunter, fisherman, or outdoorsman. Nope. I'm doing this because one, I always wanted to. And two, I've never done it. I like to try new things. Especially if it interests me. Can I do it? How does it get done? Now, one thing I have noticed is that on the back of the deer, the actual, right along its spine, its hide is actually much thicker than towards, like, its belly, where this would be. You can almost tell, like, where the arm, where the front hoof leg was. Because there's almost like a ridge line right down through here. it stayed this long, either you're morbid like me, you're curious to see how this is going to turn out and how I'm going to screw it up. Either way, thank you. My parents were actually processing, or have been processing, the deer for the past 2 days. They did one yesterday and they did the other one today. And by the sounds of it, they're going to do the next one tomorrow. I think I should pull this over here, make it a little bit easier. Ugh. Because what I'm going to be doing with this is, once I get this finished off, I'm going to salt it. Apparently you let it dry and salt for a few days. Rinse it off. Salt it again. Rinse that off. And then you'll apply this like tanning chemical to it. I got it at Bass Pro. That was the last one, literally the last one they had at that location. And you just like paint it on. Alright. Yummy, huh? Oh. Now I'm wondering if I should leave the tail on it, because the tail has meat on it. Or I cut the tail off. So it would still have muscles and bone in it. I mean, well, it literally still has the bone in it, so I might just cut it off, because that might not be the greatest idea when trying to tan it. I might just cut it right across there. I'm just hoping that I got this clean down far enough to take and do that. Alright, I'm going to pause the video, go grab the salt and a knife to cut the tail off, and kick it back on. Alright, I got my knife to cut the tail off. This was literally table salt I got at the grocery store. It was like 79 cents or something like that for this huge box. It's 4 pounds. And what I'm using is Deer Hunters and Trappers Hide Tanning Formula. hidetanning.com. I literally got it at Bass Pro.
Now,
Cut the tail off. There we go.
okay, now see, let's see your knife.
Why?
Is it, because it's,
I-
now, when I was doing it, I had a piece of plywood,
Yeah.
or, yeah, and I come down so I could stand on it, and I had a coming up like this and another one going like this, nailed onto it, 2x4s.
Yeah.
And that way, and this tall one, you come to a point about that big around, and then you can put a nail on it and scrape it. And it's easier to do. But let me see that knife. You hold it. Okay. Can you hold this a little bit here? Just hold it.
Because the only thing on there is a little bit of fat,
Yeah.
which I know I could probably scrape and get some more of it off.
Yeah. So you want to get it nice and clean.
Yeah. I was more worried about like this connective tissue here.
That stuff.
Alright.
You got to. Oops.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Just. Yeah, just get it down there pretty good.
I know you're trying to get as much of this
Yeah.
off here. That's kind of why I went and asked you.
Now, if you have let's
I
see.
brought out a couple putty knives.
No, those don't work.
Actually, it worked quite well. That's how I
Yeah.
was able to get where I am.
Let me see. This might work a little bit better.
Well, I cut right through the hide.
You know, it's what you want is something that's kind of bowed pretty good.
Let me try. This way, if I screw it up, it's my own fault.
See, yeah, it's what you want to do is kind of use the round part of it.
I didn't realize that deer hide actually had a thickness to it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I kind of found that would be highly interesting.
I'm going to set this right down here. I don't know which one you want to use the best.
Well, this seems to be doing quite well.
And you want to keep it fairly sharp.
Well, I'm not really cutting anything, more scraping.
I know, but if you keep it sharp, it'll clean it
yeah.
up better. Yeah, see, you got to get all that out.
Yeah, this is really thin in here.
Yeah. Yeah, hides are thick.
Well, it's thick right along its back, but right along the stomach,
Yeah.
it's actually really thin.
You want to get it as clean as you can get it. That's why I had that deal, and I just stood like this, and I just at an angle, and just kind of, and it was just, you do a section, start at one. We started it like around the rear, and then we cased it, and I just scraped all the way down to his nose. We just put it around it. We took a nail, had a nail there, and we, at the end of the little round thing, and we put it right in his nose, in it, and I scraped it from there. Ken skinned him, and I scraped him.
'Cause, yeah, it was this thin membrane.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get that off. Get it real clean as you can.
It's real pain.
You got to be. Now you see why you need to keep your knife sharp,
Mm.
and you got to be very careful that you don't cut through it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, because it's like super thin right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this little bitty thin membrane right here.
Yeah. See, what I do. I had a kind of an apron on, sort of. I had a right in here, because I put it up like this. Lean right against the hide, and I'd scrape, and I had a little thing here, kind of like a,
So what happens if you don't take this off?
what? Oh, it won't work very good. It'd be hard to tan. And because you want to stretch this, when you go to stretch it, it won't tan as good with all that on it. You just might not even tan, I don't know, with all that on it. Yeah. See, at the end of it, we just let it go down and it'd be on the end of the board. All the crud that we left.
Yeah, well, I don't have that.
Yeah. I think in the tanning thing it shows it. Yeah, you got
It doesn't pull off either.
No.
That's the bad thing.
No, it don't. And that's what we did. If I nicked into it, went too deep on it, we took pink thread and sewed it up, and then put a little fat over it. And then when it dried, you couldn't tell it was, because the fat would cover it up. And pink, if you use white, it'd show. Use pink, and you couldn't even tell that it was being cut. See, yeah, that's working better than this one, I think, wasn't it? See, and then it's what I did when I was doing it. I took my thumb and I went like this and just scraped down it, because that you're going pushing it from the center all the way out, and you just rotate your pelt a little bit and keep on going. And that way you can work both hands, and you just lean up against it. You're scraping down like this, and it works out real good. You don't have to hold it like this, because it's already going down at an angle. You just lean against it and hold it in place with your. See, I used my hunting knife, and it was longer than this. It had more of a bow. There's a knife called a beaver knife, and it's. We bought one, but I didn't like it. I could do better with my hunting knife. It had a bigger blade than this. I don't know. You remember that hunting knife that I used to have?
No.
It got stolen. One time when our house got broken into. Oh, it was.
Well, so what would happen if I soaked this and this tissue's on here? Wouldn't it take and dry it up a little bit?
Yeah. It wouldn't be good for the hide.
I might have to just go with, best case scenario, because I'm not going to be able to get it, not with one hand like this.
That I know we may have to build you
Yeah.
a deal. It wouldn't be hard to build, and it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Well, I'm going to go in for right now.
Okay. Oops. I think I cut too much. Part of my problem is I don't have a lot of time to do this because I don't want the hide to start to rot while I'm working. Just might have to go with a. This is the best I can get it for now. Scenario. I'm thinking as long as I can get most of this off, it should be fine. I don't know. I've never done this before. Let's come watch William screw up. But learn at the same time. It'll be great. Out to California, we'll have a few drinks, go to the beach, have a few laughs. Come out to the coast. Have a few drinks, we'll have a few laughs. My problem is I'm running out of daylight real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go with what best. This is the best I can do for now. So from all the directions I've seen how to do this, you salt the hide, which I don't even know if I'm doing this correctly. Oh well. And then you fold it on itself for like a day or two. Which I'll be folding this up a little bit better. I literally have no idea if I'm supposed to rub this in. Probably should have done this while it was laying out. Get it a little bit more even. He said, I have no idea. Never done this before. I think I will. I think I'll spread it out on the ground over there in the light. And then, so we can really see what's going on. Alright, I don't know how good it's going to be lit, but there we go. Spread this out. Looks like I pretty much got salt on all of it. Now, grab the salt. Go for it a little bit more. Space it right in there. Alright. Now, it says to fold it skin to skin. So, there we go. Now, to protect it, put it back in the garbage bag I got out for. And nice and flat. Alright, well thank you for joining me today on William's Adventures while I tried this out, and I'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you informed on the next one. Because I have 3 of them to do, so I'm not going to videotape all 3 of them. But I will take pictures and maybe shoot video for what I have done and how it's turning out. So, thank you for joining me today on William's Adventures. Let's go on an adventure and learn something new.